Hello, can you hear me? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So please, for some of us that are unable to join the Zoom because the Zoom is already full, so let's jump via the YouTube, right? It's already live on YouTube at the moment. So, first of all, let me start by congratulating you for making it here, right? This is in many phases. We have the pre-selection phases, we have the selection phase, and we have the final, right? You've already been selected for the ground zero class, and I need to explain something for you. The reason why you are in this particular class is for just one reason, and that's that we want all of you to be on the same level before the test. It is actually when you get to the test level that you qualify for scholarship, either full scholarship or partial scholarship. Now, we don't want the situation whereby some people will have a privilege. Say, okay, maybe because they have experience on a particular thing before, that's why they are able to ace the test, while some people, their lack of experience, allow them to not pass. So this class is ground zero. We want to teach you something for the next 7 days. Then we are going to test you on this thing we've taught you, right? So now your score on this test now determine if you are getting scholarship or not, right? Full scholarship or partial scholarship, dependent on your score. So I want you to pay rapt attention, right? My network has been behaving somehow since. I don't know if he has, if our moderator has introduced, right? I'm person of Aditon JRB. Please, are you there? Mr. Aditon JRB, are you there? Sorry, probably the network is epileptic on the side as well. Okay, he is there handling something else. All right. If you can't still hear me, please drop message in the chat box. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just comments fully. All right. All right. All right. All right. Thanks so very much. Okay. Sorry, people can no longer join. No. If you want to join now, just watch via the YouTube. Watch via the YouTube. I want to share my screen and you tell me if you're able to see my screen. We can't see your screen yet. That is a problem. Give me some minutes. Seems all of you can see my screen. So I have to reshare again. Confirm you can see my screen now. Can you? I'm sorry for the delay, okay? The network has been very epileptic. All right? Okay, okay. Think everyone has seen. Awesome. Also, let me give you this just like a partial warning, okay? Hold your slides very well. Because immediately you mistakenly go out, someone else will take your spot, okay? It's already full here. All right? So let's just start right away. Before you start any journey online, there are some prerequisite knowledge you need before you start that particular journey, right? Some people are still saying not yet. Not yet. You people have no mercy. In fact, you don't come out my administrator self, my moderator, you don't come out. If we know this how network will be tonight, we would have postponed this particular class. It's raining here currently. Is it the same thing there? Ah, no wonder. It's raining everywhere. Ah, please, again, hold your slot. Like immediately you are able to just log out, forget about it. Forget about it. So just join here the YouTube. So, Mr. Habib, are you there? Before we start tonight, do you have something to tell my people? It's raining here too. Ah, I think it's worldwide. You know what? Let's just start. Let's just start. So, what we are starting with is digital literacy. Hmm? So, when I say digital literacy, it means that whenever you want to do a particular thing in any niche you find yourself, there are some prerequisite knowledge you need. Don't be surprised. Some of you here might be familiar with anything I will be sharing here tonight, right? The purpose is not to sound smarter. The purpose is for you to gain a prerequisite knowledge so that you can pass the test. So after the test, we continue the what? The rate day. So take your notes and take everything with you. I'm going to give you forwards. Anywhere you want to get knowledge from, right? The quality of information and the quantity of information are product of your quantum thoughts. So whatever people give you, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there, right? The thought you give to that particular thing determines what you get from it. A person can utter a single sentence for you. Now, the way or the extent to which you ruminate on that particular line determines what you get from it. So here we are going to give you something here, and you are in charge of receiving. So we hope you are able to receive everything we want to give to you. And like I always ask in every class we hold, there is always rule. Just as football to us rules, right? There is an offside rule, there's yellow card rule. There are some things you do, you'll be given yellow card. There are some things you will do, you'll be given red card. There are some things you will do, there will be penalty, right? So, and if I say, can you name me something that has no rules? The answer will probably be kind of no, 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 no. So there is nothing in this world that has no rules. Nothing in this world that has no rules. Please, I want you to do me one favor before we just continue. I need just 10 people to type on the group chat on WhatsApp. Tell other people that they can no longer join. They should join via the YouTube live. Please, just 10 people. Do me that favor, all right? Do this small kid a favor. Type on that group chat. They are disturbing us here. Type on that WhatsApp group chat that they can no longer join the live. They can join the YouTube stream. Please type that. Thanks you very much. I can see people typing already. Thanks you very much. Thanks you very much. Awesome. Thanks you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So people are very active. Awesome. So there is rule everywhere. So the first rule you have here is that don't miss any class. Even if network is disturbing us so well, don't miss the class unless we make it known that okay, we are postponing the class. Telling us okay, you don't join the class because of so that's why we make all provision available, right? There's YouTube there, you can watch it there. You can join the Google Meet as well. You can even watch the replay as well too, right? But don't bank on replay. Don't bank on replay. There's something we are going to be doing live that you won't see on replay anyway. So don't bank on replay. Thanks very much, people. Thanks very much. So don't miss any class. For any reason, don't miss it. For any reason, do not miss it. Second thing is that attendance will be taken, right? Toward the end of each class, attendance will be taken. How would we take the attendance? That's left to us. We leverage a lot of technology here. Okay, you would have noticed that from your application down from you getting congratulations, right from here to Z, we leverage technology. So we will get attendance and everything. The duration you use here, do you join on time? You are going to see everything, and we are going to even send it to the group so that you see it yourself. So let me just over that. So without wasting much of our time, we start again. We have 5 elements of virtual fast success. We have 5 words. We have 5 elements of virtual fast success. If you want to succeed online, there are 5 things you need. There are 5 things you need. The first one is mindset. The second one is mentorship. The third one is mastery. The fourth one is marketing. The fifth one is management. What are all these things? We are going to be explaining them sooner, right? Again, mindset, mentorship, mastery, marketing, management. Those are the 5 elements you need if you want to succeed on anything online. In fact, worldwide itself. But here we are talking about online, right? It is digital marketing. So you need these 5 things. And we have 5 financial status. Whatever status you or whatever level you find yourself, you belong to a category. So here we have the financial crisis where a person has no income. We have financial instability where the person has income, but the income is not enough, right? We have financial stability. The person has income, and the income takes care of the basic needs, but cannot afford that what that person wants. Maybe something extra. That's stability. We have financial independence. You have many income sources, right? So you can avoid your basic needs and still want something extra. And we have financial freedom. This is where your expense become less significant. You don't have to worry about what you spend again. You have a lot of money. Now, why am I telling you this? You are going to know now. So the first task I want you to do there is that bring out your paper yourself. Don't tell me you bring out your paper, right? Pick a write down your current financial status and where you want to be. Okay, maybe at the moment, maybe you are at that financial crisis and you want to move to say stability. At the moment you have no income and you want to create income, write it down on your book so that you can take a look at it later, right? If you are in financial stability and you want to move to financial independence, write it down there. Just write it down and point an arrow to where you want to be. It's very important to do it. Have you done that? Have you done that? Okay. All right. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Okay. Thanks very much. So the connection. Hmm? The connection. Now, between the 5 elements of factual fact success and your financial status, there's a strong connection between it. There is a strong connection between it. So the extent to which you take these 5 factual success, these 5 elements, the extent to which you take them determines your financial status. Believe me. Not 100%, but to some reasonable extent, I would say 99%. So let's leave that 1% to chance. So the mindset, mentorship, mastery, marketing management, how you take these 5 elements determines your financial status. That's why I say you have the whole power to make things happen yourself to some reasonable extent. To some reasonable extent. Let's move. This is where we now comes to what we call the 2 foundation and pillars of wealth. I call them 2 foundation. The first one is knowledge. Knowledge is what you know, something you know. Discipline is what you do about it. Okay, you know something. What you do about something you already know is what are the 2 pillars of what of wealth. If you know something and you're able to act on it, you are going to see change. If you know something, you are not able to act on it, there is not going to be any change. So knowing something and doing things with what you know are 2 different things. Let's move further. So under knowledge now, we have mentorship under knowledge. Under knowledge again, we have mastery. You get the point now. So under discipline, we have marketing. Under discipline, we have management. On knowledge level, you acquire knowledge, you gain mastery of that knowledge. Now, that's aspect of you knowing something, adding something. Now, discipline, now, what you now do with what you know. Marketing. Marketing what you've already gained. Marketing what you gain mastery on. Right? Now, after you start marketing that thing, the proceed from it, your ability to manage it determines how far you are going with your finance. You understand? I'm not going deeper yet, but you are still going there. Let's go. So let's start with mindset. What is mindset? Simple. Mindset is what is your perception. Please, can you hear me clearly? I want to know if we are still on the same page. Okay. Okay. Awesome. 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 Thanks so very much. I like this interactiveness. All right. So mindset. I said in decision theory and general system theory, a mindset is a set of assumption, method, or notion held by one or more people or group of people. A mindset can also be seen as arising out of a person's world of view or philosophy of life. So, in one simple line, I would say mindset produces either expansion or limitation to your world. So, if anything should happen to you, it starts with your mindset. That's why I say you become rich twice in life. You first become it in your mind or in your imagination, and then you make it happen. If you can imagine yourself as a rich person, you can never be rich. It is not a cause. I'm not abusing you. I'm not cursing you. It's just the reality. If you don't imagine yourself as being rich, you cannot work toward it. It is what you imagine you bring to life. You get the point now. So mindset what? Mindset create expansion or limitation. Let's now go to where mindset applies. Now, about your mindset now. What has been implanted in your mind that affect your decision? Is it your childhood trauma? Is it your experience with people? Is it your how you've been brought up or anything per se? What's your money perspective? But I'm major on this. What is your money perspective? Do you also believe that money is the beginning of evil? Do you believe that? Maybe money is the beginning of all evil. Do you also believe that? So a person that believes the line, money is the beginning of all evil. How on earth are you expecting that person to work toward having money? How? It's just not possible, right? It's just not possible. It's not possible. Now, do you also think it is impossible to make money online? Maybe when you see people driving cars, you see young boys driving big cars, you say, ah, he's doing Yahoo. He's involved in what? In fraudulent, right? So, something I want you to hold tightly that there are a lot of ways to make money online legitimately than then your mind. How do I even put this? Whenever you see something your mind can capture or something you don't believe, first thing you need to do is ask. You don't assume. You see a young boy younger than you, he makes a lot of money than you. But the first thing that comes to mind is that he's a Yahoo guy. Instead of you doing that, you just move closer to that person, you ask. Even though if he is doing something else, he may not tell you, but at least ask. They never assume. We are still on the mindset level, mindset. So asking question create expansion. Assumption what create limitation. If you ask question, you create expansion for your mind. But if you assume something, you are not creating expansion, you are limiting that mind. And when you are assuming something, you are only assuming from the point of what you've known before. So how do you expose yourself to something new? By letting someone else tell you something new, right? And having that capability to accept it. Mentorship. What is mentorship? Mentorship is the influence, guidance, or direction given by a mentor. Mentor is someone who truly teaches, right? Or gives help and advice to a less experienced and often younger person. In an organizational setting, a mentor influences the personal and professional growth of a mentee. I'm not supposed to be reading this out for you because you can see it, but yet I still have to read it out because reading something out give you another level of commitment than you just assuming you can read it in your mind. So there are two things involved in mentorship: a mentor ready to teach, a learner ready to learn. That's two things. If a mentor is not ready to teach, no matter how open-minded the learner is, he cannot gain anything from that mentor. Second thing, a learner that is open-minded. A close-minded learner cannot gain anything from a mentor that is ready to teach. It is never possible. So how this thing works is that as we are trying to impact something on you, you also try to open your mind and don't assume you know some things already. So creating assumption also applies to this. If you assume you know some things already, automatically you cannot get any new thing from that, right? But if you do not assume it, if you just calm yourself and try to figure things out, you give that thought. Don't forget to the quantum of thought you give to something determines what you get from it. Who are these people trying to join the game? Hmm? Okay. So we are ready to impact. You should be ready to learn. So recapping, you've already changed your mind about a particular thing. Okay, this thing is possible. So what next? Find someone that knows that thing and let that person teach you. That's the mentorship aspect too. So you will see how we are going to be linking everything together. Mindset, mentorship. Now, in the two pillars of wealth, we say we have knowledge and we have discipline. Now, under knowledge, you say what you know, and discipline. I want you to pay as blue at the beginning something, and red, you've been learning, right? So let's just proceed. Under the mentorship, it's green already. Say you've seen something, you believe a particular thing is possible, and you've started learning about that thing. You find a person to teach you something on that particular thing, right? So mentorship is green. Someone is mentoring you at the moment, right? And you see the red. Because the process of mentorship is not easy. Don't expect things to be easy. There is this code that says that if something is meant for you, it won't be hard or something like that. It's kind of how do I put it? Something is possible, and you want to learn that thing. Now you have two options. If you don't have the budget to get someone to teach you to pay that person, you can as well go to internet yourself to search about this thing and learn about it. There is YouTube there, there's Udemy, there is Coursera. You can learn about this thing. So both processes work, but getting mentor, usually worthy mentor, is more okay than just learning it yourself. Okay, let's proceed. Now, after getting this mentorship about a
Sorry to
particular
disrupt,
skill,
sir.
about a particular topic, yeah, you've created value.
The screen is not showing, and your voice is fluctuating.
Hello, everyone. Please, is that true?
Hello, sir. Yes.
Hello,
The
can you all
screen
see my
is
screen?
off.
The
No,
screen is showing
and
here,
your
but
No,
it's
we
voice is
not
can't
coming
see
from
it.
my side.
fluctuating.
I can
Yeah,
see the
that's true.
screen from my end, but the voice breaks at times and it comes back on like it drifts.
I
Okay,
can't see the screen, but
okay,
the voice is still breaking though.
The screen is on here, but your voice is cracking.
The screen
okay.
is
The
on.
screen is on, but the voice is cracking, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's how it is.
My voice is fluctuating.
It's a network thing.
Yeah, that's the network. The voice. Okay, so everyone is complaining about the voice. So what about now? Can you hear it clearly?
Yes,
Sure,
you can hear it clearly now.
I can.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank
I
you.
don't know, the screen is
Let's
still off.
proceed.
The
Yeah,
You're
screen is not
welcome.
showing.
the
The
screen
screen
is
is
off.
not
Let me
showing
see.
now.
I think
This
it's your
screen is just
area's network. The screen is just there fixed.
The
It's
screen is off
there.
now.
The screen
It's
is off.
on
So
here.
okay. You know what? Let's stay muted. I'm going to I'm going to stop sharing screen now. Then I will reshare it again. Then I will ask if you can see it or not. Okay.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
So confirm in the chat box that you can see the screen now. Can you see the screen now from chat box? We can see the screen now. Awesome, 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 awesome. Thanks so very much. So let's continue. So you've acquired knowledge on a particular thing, either through self-mentoring or through getting mentored on a particular thing, right? So at the moment you start learning about something, you've started creating value. At the moment you start learning about something, you start creating value. And don't get that wrong. Just listen carefully. You start creating value. Now, the moment you start creating value, you've started creating money. Don't get this wrong, go. Just listen. The moment you start creating value, you start creating money. But that doesn't mean that you start collecting that money. Now, watch that color. From the self-mentoring, you've been getting yourself some tutorials. You watch a bunch of tutorials online. You've learned a new thing, right? And the process is not easy, right? So you learn something. Blue means medium. It means that it is not enough. It is not enough, right? We have value creation on blue, which means that the value you've created is not enough. Then we have the money too, which means blue. The money you are creating is not enough. Let's go. What will not be enough? Let's go and see now. So the reason why value creation leads to money is that money obeys value. Whenever you want to get any money, any digits you seek online, right? The extent to which you've created the value determines the money you get. So if the value you are giving does not command a particular digit, you cannot get it. So let's just proceed. So making money starts with learning something to create value. So you don't make money by creating nothing. You make money by creating value. But now, creating value doesn't not equate with what? With collecting that money. Don't get confused, we are getting there. So now say ends, it starts with mentorship. You start learning something, right? So win-win. Why mentorship is essential? You can't give what you do not possess. It's not possible. You want to make money, you want to earn a living online. And earn a living means that you want to be earning income. And income means that you want people to be giving you money. We are using direct language. We are not hiding any under anything. We are direct language. You want people to be giving you money now. What will you give in return? Value. So this is now why the mentorship is essential. There's a win-lose, there's a lose-win. If you give value to someone and a person give you money in return, that's a win-win situation. And that means you're on the right path. But if it is win-lose, it means that you give nothing to someone and you collect money from that person. That's a win-lose situation. And that means you are a fraud. So, or if you give value to someone that does not want the money they are paying you, that's also a win-lose. It's a fraud. So that's what differentiates you from a fraud. You making the situation win-win or win-lose. If you give someone something and they give you something in return, win-win. Something that worth it, win-win. If you collect something from someone and if you collect money from someone and you give them nothing in return, that's a win-lose. You are a fraud. Now, lose-win is another thing. Lose means that you give people something and you collect nothing. That is also advisable. It's okay to create authority, to create credibility in any niche you find yourself. But it cannot give you income. It can only create trust. But it is not fraud. It's, how will I put this? I can say charity or attraction marketing. But just note, something you must never engage in is what is win-lose. Don't create a situation where you win and your other party lose. Don't create that situation. So let's proceed. Let's use sun and wind. Sun and wind. I usually don't know how to narrate stories so well, but I will just say it in the way I can. One day, a man is going on a feed. A man is going on the feed. Now, sun and wind, they now see that man. They are not trying to tell themselves, let's see who will be able to take clothes off this guy. A man is going. So this sun and they are trying to off the cloth from this guy. Wind want to go first. You know what wind does? When wind blows, I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to give response in the chat box. And those watching from YouTube, please drop your comment in the live chat as well. If the wind blows at you, dragging your cloth, what will you do in return? You hold back. Okay, I can see some response. You hold back. All right. You hold on very tight. Awesome. 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 You feel cold, wrap the cloth tightly. I will move to somewhere there's no wind. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks very much. Pull down the cloth firmly. Try not to let go. Awesome. I'm loving these responses. Thanks so very much. Awesome. You are getting the code now. So when a wind blows at you, trying to collect the clothes, you hold back. You the wine, need clothes. So the harder the wind tries to, some people are laughing. Stop that though. So the harder wind tries to blow. So you get the harder the wind tries to blow against this man, the harder the guy hold his clothes. Say, where? You are going nowhere. So to say, wind effort in trying to off this cloth from the man failed. Anyway, it wasn't able to off the cloth. When it now comes to sun, I'm going to ask you again though. Here's another question for you. When it now comes to the sun, you just say, okay, well, watch me. Oh. You've done yours, so you've tried to blow wind against the guy, and he is not offering his cloth. Oh. You know what the sun does? The sun just rises. It rises to the extent that it creates a very intense heat. Now, this question to you. If you are feeling it, what will you do? Please, I want that response on the chat box and on the live chat. What will you do? You pull up the cloth, right? So you remove the cloth you need here, right? And even you removing the cloth, you see it as something important to your life. You see it as you getting favor. That okay, if I remove this cloth, I will get fresh air. So that means that what wind does, or what wind did, it created what? A win-lose situation. It wants to remove the cloth from the guy, but didn't create a favorable situation for that particular guy. But what sun did was that it created a favorable condition to make this guy remove the cloth himself. Right? And that's how win-win situation works. If you do something for people and they feel you are doing them a favor, they will be willing to do that thing. They will be willing. But if you are trying to do something for people and you're trying to maybe force them to do it, right? They won't. And that's just how it works. And there's nothing you can do about it. Again, there is nothing you can do about that. You're going to find yourself. All right, but that's after you've removed your cloth, right? Awesome. You've gotten the context. Anyway, so let's proceed. So let's go to mastery. Don't forget, we've talked about mindset. We've talked about mastery, right? Sorry, mentorship. But now we are going to mastery. What is mastery? Mastery just means is a repetition of something you are doing so that you can gain a peak. Or let me put it that way, so that you can get to the peak of it. So mastery generally refers to a high level of skill, expertise, or knowledge in a particular field or domain. It often implies a deep understanding of the subject matter and the ability to apply that knowledge effectively in a variety of contexts. So achieving mastery requires significant time, effort, and dedication to practice and learning. It often involves setting goals, seeking out feedback, and guidance from experts, continually challenging yourself to improve. Exactly. And I put there that money is a reward for mastery. I will now give you some lines, and I don't want you to forget those lines. What is the role of mastery? It's simple. Mastery breed competence. If you do something over and over and over again, you'll be competent at that particular thing. If you are competent at a particular thing, you become confident about it, right? There is this thing that you rather say that I didn't forget. I've forgotten this particular Yoruba something. If I remember, I'll bring it up, right? So now, if you are confident on a particular thing, thanks so very much, Davose. Sorry,
tí ògùn ẹni bá dáni lójú a máa ń fi ọwọ́ ẹ̀ gbárí ni.
You all understand now, right? So if you are confident about the if you laugh, if I catch you, you are laughing, okay? So if you master a particular thing, you become competent at it. And if you are competent at a particular thing, you become confident. Now, if you are competent at a particular thing, it is clarity of message. When I say clarity of message, it's what you are communicating outside. People gain clarity of it. They understand it easily, right? So confidence is clarity of message when communicating your value. Why should you communicate your value? We are going there soon, right? We are going there soon. Now, communicating your value gets you the digit or anything you seek. You start. We can move. I think I will show you one particular graph now to show. Okay, I say mastery. It breeds what? Competence about what you've been repeating. And there is this thing, a quote. What was the name of this guy? Hey, thank you, Samuel Adobe. That is exactly what I want to remember. That's exactly what I want to remember. Let me read it out. What is it? He said, I fear not a man who master 1,000 weapons once, but a man who master one thing 1,000 times. Bruce Lee, thanks you very much. That's exactly what I'm trying to remember. So, confidence, Abby. Competence is what? Confidence. Then confidence breeds what? It's your communication. Now, let's now go back to our pillars of work. Let's see how it applies. We have the knowledge already. Through mentorship, it can either be now through self-mentor or through getting mentor. Please, if you are the one with the background noise, you want to meet yourself so that we don't get angry at you. You know, here we are about 90 plus. That will be 90 versus 1. So, see how it applies now. Watch the color. Please, watch the color. Watch the color. We already have our value at the medium level. We already created money at the medium level. Let's see what happens when mastery comes in. When we bring in mastery is green because it is usually green. When you've learned something to the peak or when you learn something to a reasonable level, it's become a very solid thing you can bank on. So mastery enters. What happened to knowledge? It turns green. You have something solid. Your value creation turns green. You have something valid and solid. And you've created money. Now, here is the big thing. That you've now learned something and you gain mastery of it doesn't mean you are making money. That's different aspect of thing. You remember we have two pillars of wealth: the knowledge, the discipline. The discipline is still red. It is still red because we've done nothing about it. Now let's see what we can do about discipline now to see how to change it to blue or red and all that thing. Okay. So, and there is this line I like to use. Fact have no regard for our emotion. The same way result has threshold, it never bends for emotion. So if you are trying to achieve something that has to do with metrics, right? No matter the effort you've put into it, if you've not done something, even the minimum required to get the particular result, no matter how, no matter your effort, the extent of your effort, that thing will not come until you reach the minimum level of it. Just that a typical Nigerian student wants to study medicine. He wants to study medicine. And this school says, okay, our cutoff mark for medicine here is 250. 250. Please mute yourself. Mr. Adebayo. Mr. Adebayo, mute yourself. Mr. Adebayo, mute yourself. So, Mrs. If I ask you to mute yourself and you don't mute yourself, I may be forced to remove you. Sorry, because you want to disturb 90 plus people here. You get the point now. Okay. So, a typical Nigerian student want to enter medicine in a particular university in Nigeria. They say their cutoff mark is 250. Their cutoff mark, minimum mark, is 250. You now do your post-UTME, you do your jam, you get 240. Even though it remains 10, even though we know you read a lot to even score that 240, you still haven't reached the minimum required. Is that correct? So that's what I mean by it. What? By the screen is not showing over here. Please address this issue. Please, how many of us can see my screen? Type yes if you can see my screen. Yes, if you can see my screen. Yes. I can see a lot of yes, though. I can see a lot of yes. So if you can see my screen, you can log out and try to join again. So a lot of people see my screen. Very clear, sir. Awesome. All right. Okay. I'm getting few notes. Okay, yeah. Abdulkarim Rabi Taiwo, it's probably your screen, okay? It's probably your screen. It's your screen. Abdul Malik, I didn't see your screen. Let me try to stop sharing and reshare again. Okay, can you see my screen now? Particularly those people saying no before. I want those saying no now to type yes or no. Can you see my screen now? No again? Okay, definitely. Akumbi Adetosi, please log out and log in again. It's your network. Because those typing no before, they are not typing yes. All right. Awesome. So let's proceed. So marketing. Okay. I was explaining something about this. That's fact have no regard for emotion, right? So if the effort you are giving something is not enough or has not reached a minimum threshold to make that thing works, no matter, even if you break down and cry, it will not work. So you have to give it the required effort so that to make it work. Even if the peak is maybe 500, just at least if the minimum is 250, get that 250 at least. Don't get 240 and you start explaining to us that, okay, I tried my best. I want to. No. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Even if 2 plus 1.5, it is still 3.5. You get the point now. So let's just proceed, okay? Marketing now. Time has been fast spent. I think we should move to this marketing tomorrow or the day after. Let's use the remaining time to ask to to take a question. So if you have question now, raise up your hand and I will be calling on you. Or do you want us to continue? Because we are stopping at 10:30. So we don't want to exit that, and we don't want to not take your question too. People are saying I should continue. Okay, you know what? Let me use. Yeah, no, there is no time. There is no time limit. There is no time limit with our Zoom. So with our Google Meet. We can use 24 hours here, but we need to sleep too. And you guys need to sleep as well. And if you like, please continue. Okay, let's use 10 minutes more. Then we use the last 15 minutes to ask questions. Is that okay?
Solid.
Awesome. Thank you. So let's go to marketing. What is marketing now? Marketing is the process of promoting, selling, and distributing a brand, product, or service to a target audience. It involves a range of activity such as market research, advertising, public relation, branding, and sales. The ultimate goal of marketing is to create awareness, generate interest, and drive demand for a product or service with the aim of achieving business objectives such as increased revenue, market share, or customer loyalty. So, unlike the small line here, marketing is a system of positioning, right? Okay. Before I delve into the details, let me use one scenario to give you clue of what it's all about. When you say marketing, it means that okay, you've graduated from university. That means that you have a value you've created. Now, so it is one thing to be a graduate. It is another thing to start looking for job. So your aspect of looking for job is marketing. If you graduate now, no matter what your grade is, if you sit down at home thinking people will chase you, company will chase you, I'm not loving you. Sorry, we don't do that here. So you sit down at home, maybe you have first class, strong first class, 5.0 or 7.0, depending on the situation. You not think company will be chasing you, even when they don't know you have it. Right? They can chase you even if they know you have it. But if they don't know you have it, they cannot chase you. So marketing is a system of positioning where you make yourself known for opportunity. So you are first class now, you now start applying for opportunity. You let them know what you are made of, right? The stuff you're made of, you let them know. That's a marketing. You are positioning yourself for opportunity. You get the point now. So let's now go to the main thing. Please just try to join. We say join YouTube. Join YouTube. Join YouTube. Okay. Let's go. Let's now check. You have the knowledge already. You've taught yourself something or someone has taught you something. You've practiced that thing over and over to get mastery of that thing. It means you now have something you can bank on, something you can exchange for money. How do you now exchange that thing for money? And don't get this confused. Earlier, I said that the moment you create value, you've created money. And there is something I haven't mentioned. Creating money is different from collecting money. So when you create value, you've created money. But how do you collect it? You collect it via marketing. If you market yourself for opportunity, they employ you, they start paying you money, you now start collecting the money because they cannot employ someone that has no value they can pay such money for. You get the point now. So let's see how that applies now. So I say when you create the money, it means you have the value to exchange for that money. And I say creating value is different from what? Collecting the money. Creating the money is different from collecting the money you've created. So how do you collect the money? Let's go there. It is discipline. The discipline has not grown now. Okay. Under discipline, we have a lot of things. We have marketing. Now, under marketing, we have job. If you apply for job, it's a marketing. If you are offering service from what you've known, is the aspect of marketing. because you are collecting money from it. If you create a product on what you know, is a marketing. Example is a chemist graduate in a university that creates chemicals and starts selling the chemicals. That's a product, right? It's a marketing. Academy, you can own an academy. You know, there are some people that even before they graduate, they start teaching tutorials. There's a marketing for you. You can own a business. You can partner with business to use your skill for them. Partnership is different from job. Collaboration is different from job. Okay, we have 5 minutes to go. And we have others as well. So, what are the things you can market? First one, you can market yourself in what we call personal branding. It means that instead of promoting a particular product on the internet, instead of putting a product on the internet, you are putting yourself out there for opportunity, right? Maybe for people to hire you, maybe to offer your service or something like that, maybe to sponsor you, to do anything that deals with exchanging of value. Them giving you something and you also giving them the value that you've created. Get it now? The second one is business. It can either be your product. If you are selling a particular product, you can market that product. If you own a service business where you're offering service to business or where you're offering service to a particular segment of companies, you can also promote that particular service. Right? You can choose to promote your product or choose to promote other people's product or other business product. So marketing is a system of positioning. All right. Marketing is a system of positioning. We proceed. So we have recipe for effective marketing. What are the things you need to make that marketing effective? First one, you need persuasion. What is persuasion? It's your ability to make people do something they will find it difficult to do. Like I always say, persuasion is different from conviction. When you convince someone to do something, that person don't want to do that thing before. You are the one that just convinced that person to do it. So you change that person's mind to do it. But if it is persuasion, a person wants to do something, right? He wants to do that thing, but maybe he's stuck with options for that particular thing. He is stuck with options. So now you making that option easier, or you making that decision easier for him or her, that's persuasion. So if a company that set out to hire people, they already want to hire, but they've received chunk of applications. They don't know which of them should we go for. So now you making yourself distinct among these applicants will make it easier. Oh, this is we can now choose this person. That's marketing for you. There are a lot of products in the market space. How should you convince people, or how should you persuade people to come for your product instead of competitors' product? That's persuasion, making yourself distinct, using your unique selling point. You get it now. So persuasion is different from conviction. You get the point now. So second one is attraction marketing. Attraction marketing means that you giving something upfront for people to trust you. So it can be about giving out things. In fact, giveaway is an attraction marketing. Giveaway. It's an attraction marketing. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a monetary giveaway or a monetary gift. You can give away, you can give away feed, you can give away course, you can give away anything. It's an attraction marketing. So let's now explain it now. So persuasion is the act of influencing someone to make a particular decision or adopt a particular belief, idea, or behavior. It involves presenting argument, facts, things like that. So now let's now go to element of persuasion. So we are definitely stopping here tonight, but let me explain as fast as I can. We are still starting from there in next class. So we have three elements of persuasion. We have the ethos, we have the pathos, and we have the logos. When I say ethos is about you, people perception of you. So how you make people perceive you is ethos. Pathos, it means the psychological state of the audience or the other party you are dealing with. Logos, it means that the proof of your message, right? The proof of your message. Let's now Go to them one after the other. I said, people perception of you determines how much they will be willing to deal with you. And I posted something a few days back. I said, before someone could buy something from you the first time, or before someone could hire you, what they need first is to perceive you as someone worth dealing with. Then, if they've now patronized you the first time, if they come back again, the second patronization is experience, is based on experience, how you treated them first time they deal with you. So, but the first one, anything first, is based on perception. So the first element of persuasion is ethos, how you make people perceive you. People that do post, don't use what I post to judge me. Okay, bro, I didn't judge you, but keep posting it. Thank you. That I'm posting on serious stuff doesn't mean I'm not serious. Thank you. You are serious. Keep posting it. Maybe you are coming for opportunity. Keep posting it. Except you're laughing. So except I have dealt with you before, and I know okay, you want it, then you can joke with me. But we are dealing for the first time. Instead of it be very serious, you are cracking as in senseless joke. Sorry for that tough words, but it's very serious than you think. There is this misconception. The post anything like post meme, post meme, post meme. Don't laugh at me calling meme. So posting everything like that. So don't judge me by that. We are going to judge you. Okay? We are going to judge you. The only reason we won't judge is because if we have dealt with you before and we know okay, you can be trusted, but we haven't dealt with you, you don't want to be posting meme. We are going to judge you with that meme. You are not serious, and that's the final fact. You are not serious. So you should be serious with your life. If you are not serious with your life, why should we be serious with you? That's the question. So to say serious when you're supposed to and joke when you're supposed to. Thank you, Victor Damilare. First impression, perception matters because it gets you the first deal, your first sales, your first anything. It is perception. Pathos, psychological state of that person, the person you're dealing with, maybe the employer, the business partner, the big company that wants to sponsor you, how they are feeling at the moment, because it is still people behind these things, how they are feeling at the moment. You know, if they are angry at the moment now, and you tell me a particular thing, how I will judge that thing when I'm angry is different from how I will judge it if I'm happy at that moment. So if I'm happy, I'm like to be more accommodating, right? I'm kind of accept anything you're bringing. But if I'm angry or if I'm furious at the moment, right? We are still going to take this tomorrow, right? Don't worry. But listen tonight, though. Don't bank on that, though. So, all that message. Now, logos means that, okay, what you've been saying since, what is the proof? Okay, you say you can help our company move from so. What is the proof? Okay, you say this your product can help clear pimples in just 1 hour. What is the proof? Okay, you say that a company has not used you to move from a stage to another stage. What is the proof? So logos is the proof. So you can see how this persuasion works now. You want to market yourself to the public. These are things you should take note of. Ethos, how you present yourself to the public determines how they perceive you. And how they perceive you determines if they are going to deal with you or not. And now, after the first deal, coming back again is dependent on the experience you give them when they first come to you. Pathos, how they are feeling at the time they come to you, how you make them feel too. So you can change people's mood as well before you start selling them. So that's why it is usually easy to sell people when they're happy, when they are excited. Maybe you've just told them something and they are very excited about it. You can easily upsell them with new thing. Upsell means that selling something else to them. If you sell something to your customer now and they like it, they're excited. At that moment, you can sell another one instantly to them and they will easily like it. But a furious customer that doesn't like what you just sent to him or her, you don't want to sell another thing to her, you'll be like, okay. Are you whining me? You dey whine me. You get the point now. So logos, they perceive you as someone credible. They are happy at the moment. You still now show them the proof that you are what the person they think you are. Believe in you, you've got the sales. Maybe selling of yourself, maybe service or job, or selling your products or services, or selling anything, collaborations, anything you want to sell. Because in this life, you sell something. Believe it. In fact, I don't want you to believe. Just know that in this life, you sell something. You sell something. You sell something. So let's stop there tonight. Now I will be taking question. We have just 10 minutes to take question. We have 10 minutes to take questions. If you have question, raise up your hands. I will be calling on you and you will be asking your question. But before that, if you enjoy what you've learned tonight, or if you learn something new tonight, I just want you to type something in the comment section on YouTube and on the chat box here. If you learn something new tonight, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm starting to feel that our night doesn't waste any. Awesome. 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 All right. So let's start taking questions. I will be checking people that raise up their hands, and I will be taking. Where is our moderator? Our moderator, where is our moderator? You know what will happen? Okay. So if you have questions, raise up your hand. Okay, I've seen one person. Gania Ayomide. Please, what's the question? Just unmute yourself and ask the question. Gania Ayomide. You've lowered your hand. Does that mean you no longer have a question? Okay, okay. He said you don't have a question anymore. Okay, I'm loving this comment section. I'm loving this comment section. I think no one has a question. Okay. I think in the absence, fantastic session. Okay. So awesome. Oh, someone said there are comments and questions on YouTube. Please. Let me check the YouTube. This was raised from group chats. Okay, please attend to our question on YouTube also. Just as if we don't exist. Sorry, we told you to come on time. We told you to come on time now. Didn't we? Told you to come on time. Sorry, I need to let me check the comment section to see. Okay. Thanks very much. Okay. Okay. Why is the question no? Adetunji Aisha in Damola. Why is the question? Muhammad Malik, yeah, please ask your question.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Good
Yeah.
evening to you.
So thanks for the class tonight. So my question is, you mentioned under foundation of wealth, you mentioned knowledge
Yeah,
and discipline. So
yeah,
under knowledge, you mentioned mentorship and mastery. Okay, so from what you have said so far, I think to gain mastery, you need mentorship, if I'm not wrong. So
exactly.
under mentorship now, yeah, you can either it can either be self, like you learn yourself, or you have a mentor. Is that right? Did you
Exactly.
see that? Okay, so now my question now is that under mentorship, between learning yourself and having a mentor, which is the most effective?
Okay. Thanks you very much for the question. Thanks you. Okay. And before it does, someone say, has the attendance been taken before network something? Let me even please, has the attendance been taken network? Don't worry, even if you've left the meeting, when we take your attendance, we are going to see the time you joined and the time you left and the percentage of your attendance. Don't worry, okay? Okay. He said between what? Between self-mentor and getting a mentor, which one is much more preferable? I wouldn't say I wouldn't use the word better. There's no such thing as a better. I will use the word preferable. It's individualistic. It's like it's subjective.
Okay.
Okay, what if you have bad mentor? You get the point now. So now, but if you want to start on a particular niche, so this is how where the advice can come in. If you are just starting on a particular niche, on a new niche, so that means that you don't have a basic knowledge of it, get a mentor. But if you now know the basic of it, if you are very fast on the basics, you can now build on that using self-mentoring, especially if you have no budget. Like if you have no learning budget to pay those you want to learn from. So you get now.
Yes.
At the same time, if the mentors you are getting doesn't know what you want to learn so well, so maybe self-mentorship will work better in that scenario. You get the point now. So, but the emphasis on if you are just starting out on a particular thing, get a mentor. So that you won't learn what you're supposed to learn at level 10. You you won't start it on level 1. You understand
Okay.
now? So have I answered that particular question?
Yes. Yes. Thank
Oh,
you.
thanks very much. People on YouTube say they are asking questions. Okay, Nancy. Nancy, please ask your question. We have a few minutes to go. Nancy, please ask your question. Where is Nancy? I was just clapping for the answer. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Adetunji Aisha Windamala. Is she here? She's not here. Okay. 10:28. I think time is fast spent and we've done reasonable enough tonight. So we meet in our next class. We continue from that. Mr. Adetunji Habib, are you there? Mr. Adetunji Habib. So let me quickly take your attendance then. Let me take attendance. So while waiting, if you still have question, you can use this opportunity to ask your question. Yeah, you. Oh, okay. We have the attendance already. Yeah, please have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night rest. Right?